One guy, a political speaker. Political speakers, the moment they get the mic, they don't stop. Continuously. In India, I don't know about in this country. In this country, no political meetings are allowed. I don't see any meeting. In India, there is a custom called political meeting. Every street corner, there will be a group of people sitting on the stage. The beauty is nobody will be there to listen. These guys will just have mic and fire. Nobody will be there to listen. These guys blah 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 blah. They go on. So some political meeting. One guy got the mic. Somebody got the mic and went on and on and on. Slowly people started leaving. Almost everybody left. Even then this guy is not ready to stop. Only one person was sitting. Only one. Everybody left. Then finally he finished the lecture and told, "I'm so happy that you sat till the end." The guy said, "No, I'm the owner of the mic." I am owner of the mic. I have to take all my materials. Even that is not important thing. The next thing, the speaker, he apologized. "Oh, sorry. I don't know the time. You should have put on clock. I don't know the time is, what is time? That is the reason I went on. I don't know what time I'm supposed to finish. And there is no clock." The guy who's arranging, the organizer, he said, "Of course, there was no clock, but there was a calendar." There may not be a clock, but there was a calendar. Sometimes people don't stop. So I don't know whether it is a technique or shit. Switching off the mic is technique.
It's not out of batteries.
Okay. I just wanted to verify. Why to take chance? Intensely listening itself can transform the whole life. Just intense listening without judging, without calculating, or without planning to go and repeat. So I was telling you, the people always try, it is for next person. When I touch the ego, whenever I touch some part of your being which you can't accept, immediately you pass the buck to next person. You protect yourself by thinking this is not for me. But I tell you, every word is straight away for you. Listen, I'm talking to you, not for somebody else. And one more thing, the power of intense listening. The power of intense listening. You don't even need to understand when you listen the Master's words. When you listen the Master's words, you don't need to understand in a linguistic way. Just listen those vibrations in a phonetic way, that's enough. Allow that vibrations to work on you. Allow that vibrations to penetrate you. If you try to understand linguistic way, you will get only more and more informations. Knowledge, dangerous. Be very clear. Knowledge is very dangerous if you are not able to digest it. Knowledge is very dangerous when you are not able to digest it. It gives you so much of power. We start misusing it or abusing it. Not only on others, on us, ourselves. We start disturbing ourselves. Apart from disturbing others, we start disturbing ourselves. The right listening, instead of acquiring knowledge, you will start acquiring experience. There is a two thing called communion and communication. Communication is just verbal. You try to understand, judge, downhold the words. It is just verbal, head to head. That can happen in the normal lectures. But when you sit with masters, something more than communication happens, what we call communion. Your being starts realizing, your being starts experiencing. When you don't bother even to understand the meaning, you simply start experiencing it. The more you stop doing all these things, taking notes or planning to go and repeat this to somebody else, or judging the words, judging these concepts, whether it is right or wrong, I tell you, there can be no such thing as right concept on the planet Earth. Who is there to judge? Tell me. Whatever you feel as right, you go up, you express, that's all. The moment you express with words, it becomes lie. Because always it is question of anything expressed with words. You can argue about it. You can question about it. You can play with words both the sides. For example, if I say God is there, you can always argue from the other side. God is not there. If I say there is no God, again you can take the other side and start arguing. Actually, in those days in India, debates used to happen. Shankara went and debated with Mandana Mishra. Later on, the Buddhist scholars have started debating with Shankarites. Each person debates with other masters. People ask me, sometimes Advaita wins, sometimes Buddhism wins, sometimes Ramanujites, they win. Swamiji, then which is the real philosophy? I tell them, we can't say some philosophy is real or truth just because somebody has won. We can only say the person who won the debate is more articulate about that, that's all. He is more capable, that's all. It's just because he is capable, he won. But just by arguing or winning, we can't say something is truth. Truth is beyond argument. The moment you express it with words, it becomes lie. Then people ask, why are you continuously trying to express with words, Swamiji? Again and again I am trying to express through words, so that again and again I am speaking, so that you will stop speaking. You will become silent. I am using all possible words so that you will stop using words. Really, you can have the ultimate benefit of listening to a master when you listen with your whole being. It's like 3 levels of listening. One is listening with the head, just intellectually analyzing continuously. What he says is right or wrong, what is going on, what he is trying to tell. All these things, intellectually analyzing. The more you analyze, more you will be confused. That's all. Day before yesterday, some devotee, she came and told me, Swamiji, after the NSP, I am totally confused. I said, that is true. That's good. Means you are growing. You are really listening. If you just try to listen and try to use your dictionary, you will be totally confused. Because my dictionary is different and your dictionary is different. When I use the word God, I mean it is a solid experience. When you hear the word God, it is only a concept for you. It's only a concept for you. So my words and your dictionary is not going to match. First thing, an intellectual listening, you will be only in a confusion. Next, listening with heart, listening through heart. It's like a little sympathy. You have little sympathy for my words. You say, all right, after all he's speaking, let me try to listen and practice. When you think that you should practice a little bit of sympathy with these words, again, you miss. You may have a little bit of morals in your life. You may start planning, oh, I should do this, I should not do this, I should live like this. That's all. You will plan, but you will never execute. Be very clear. You will never execute. Your mind, your planning doesn't have so much of power to execute. If you can execute, you would have done long before. You don't need to listen to me. If you can execute, you would have done it long ago. Even that is not going to help you. Listening with your whole being is what I call pure listening. When you do that pure listening beyond your intellect, beyond your emotional level, the whole thing just gets recorded in your being level. The light is transmitted. What has to be transmitted will be transmitted. What really should happen will happen. Raman Maharshi says, if you can just keep quiet, that is enough. Whatever has to happen will happen. But just keeping quiet is so simple, we can't do that. We can do anything which is complicated. Anything which is very complicated, very difficult, we can do because it gives ego fulfillment. It gives ego fulfillment. In India, they go around the temple 1,008 times per day. There are some rituals they do. 1,008 times they will go around the temple. In Tirupati also they will do the Anga Pradakshina, means they will roll on the ground. All over the temple they will roll on the ground. All those things are very easy to do. Please be very clear. Very easy to do because it gives you ego satisfaction. It gives you an idea that you have done something. But when you are asked to just keep quiet, there the trouble starts. It's such a simple thing. That is why it is so difficult. Because it is so simple, it is so difficult. If you can just listen without any inner chattering, your whole being will be transformed. That's enough. Nothing else needs to be done. Neither calculate, I should go and practice this, nor think, I'll meditate and realize this. Don't postpone. Don't even think you are supposed to do something after this discourse. No. Just relax and be here. Allow these words to penetrate you without even bothering about the meaning or analyzing it. If you can relax that much, that is enough. Your whole being can be transformed. It can enter into a new dimension. It can enter into a new consciousness. What I call that silence, the ultimate silence, will simply start happening in you. The ultimate silence is what I call enlightenment. If you can allow that ultimate silence to penetrate you without your inner chattering, continuously judging these words, what has to happen will happen. Thank you. Your questions?
I said, when we talk about meditation and we say the mind is going, and we're supposed to just watch and observe that. What part of us is doing the observing?
Observe the observer, that's all. You can't even say who is observing or what part of you is observing. As on now, you have two parts. But when you start deeply observing, it will become only one part who is observing, that's all. It will disappear. The observer, observing, observed. All the three will disappear into one. That you can neither call it as observer or nor call it as observed. It is something beyond observing. So we can't name. If we start naming, it will be absurd. Do you believe God is the essence of everything and the essence of nothing? I don't believe, I know it because it's my experience. Belief is superficial. Experiencing is much more deeper. So, God is the essence of everything and essence of nothing. It's my experience. It is not just a belief. So whether you believe it or not, that is the truth. Please tell me the most easy to understand simple basic book, CD or DVD. You can say that meditation is for you, that book. That book can be the most simple. When detaching ourselves from the emotions, how can we not become indifferent and continue to be happy? When you really detach yourself from the emotions, you will start radiating the ultimate emotion, bliss. You will start radiating energy. If you are radiating happiness only based on emotion, please be very clear, it is superficial, only skin deep. Only when your joy or happiness is based on silence, based on the detachment, it is bliss and it will radiate forever. It will radiate forever. Anything based on some reason cannot radiate forever. In Sanskrit, we have beautiful two words, santosha. Santosha means happening because of something touching you. Ananda means happening here forever, which will never be reduced, which will never come down. So Ananda is different, Santosha is different. Santosha is just happiness, which happens due to attachment and all these things. Ananda is something beyond, which happens to you from the silence. Does the intention with which a deed is done creates a karma? Is it possible to live karma free by not being attached to the action or intention of the deed done? If you are just detached from the intention, that is enough. You can't stop the karma. You can't stop doing action. That will be there always. But you can drop the attachment with intention. You will be karma free. You will be a vimukta. Nice question. Dear Swamiji, please explain the Guru-disciple relationship. What are we supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Let you also be in silence. Allow me to be in silence. That's all. Nothing else needs to be done. Just relax and allow me to relax. Nothing else needs to be done. That is what I'm saying for last 1 hour. Because you can't be in silence, I have to talk. If you can be in silence, we can just sit. And just sitting next to each other is such a wonderful thing. Actually, I tell you, if you can't experience the just sitting, if you don't know something called just sitting, you are missing one of your dimensions. It's like for example, somebody is born blind. Can you explain to him what he is missing? You can't. He is missing one dimension of his being. Same way, if you don't know that just sitting, if you can't do that just sitting, you are missing one dimension of your being. It's such an ecstasy. It's such a wonderful thing. If you can learn that one trick, just sitting, you are liberated from all bondages of the world. Neither depression can touch you, nor any attachment can bind you, or any bondages. Nothing can disturb you. You just learn that one single technique of just sitting. So all we need to do is somehow learn that technique of just sitting, so that I can also just sit. Only this will work. I don't really know how to talk to you, but talk to you in person. Mostly because I'm a big chicken. When you become big, you can't be a chicken. See, when you become big, naturally you are what you call henna. What's the other word you use? Surely you can't be a chicken. So, I really know you don't bite, but when you know I don't bite, then why should you be afraid? You can talk to me in person. Nothing wrong. May I know who is this questioner? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Nice question. Can meditation release toxins stored in the body? Yes, surely it can release, and it can help you not to accumulate. Both the way, it will help you. How long would it take? It is based on your intensity. I can say, surely not more than 15 days. Swamiji, what do you see when you look at us? Example, physical appearance, our hearts, our auras. May I know who is this person? Oh. If I tell you what I see, will you sit here? That's a big problem. And actually, I don't see your mind and all. You can be safe. Please be very clear. I don't read your thoughts. I don't see your mind. Because it's something like privacy. So you can be sure I never see your thoughts or anything. Only when people voluntarily ask me, please Swamiji, guide me in for some time, in some situation or some solution. If I hold your hand, then you can understand I am seeing your thoughts. Otherwise, I never see your thoughts or anything. You can feel safe. Oh. Of course, when you intensely feel that you want me to see, then naturally you open up. And when you open up, I don't even have to see. Whatever has to be healed will be healed. That's all. That intensity itself is enough. What's the best way to deal resistance or lack of discipline with the meditation practice? This is one purpose. Try only to infuse interest. Never try to create a discipline. If you create a discipline and make it as a ritual, I tell you, you will never be able to experience what I call enlightenment or the silence or the bliss. I have seen many people doing things as a ritual. Once you start doing rituals, that's all, you are gone. See, do it out of your deep interest. Only create interest in you. Just try to create interest. Don't do it as just a dead ritual. I've seen people doing Vishnu Sahasranama in the house. They'll start Vishnu Vashatkara Bodha Vapipatravu. After 2-3 minutes, they'll start seeing the number. Whether it is 300 running or 400 running or 500 running. By mistake, if they move 2-3 papers, they'll be very happy. Honestly, tell me, how many of you have the habit of reading this, like this Sahasranama or some mantras? Tell me, do you see it or not? Actually, when you make it as ritual, where no other way, we will do. So before making it as a discipline, create interest. Try to work to create interest instead of creating a discipline. How much interest is there? That much automatically you will do. All you need to do is try to create interest. Don't try to create discipline. The more you create interest, you don't even have to repeat. Continuously you'll be feeling that. Visvam Vishnu Vashatka. You will start feeling that experience. Create a deep interest and devotion in you. That's what will guide. Is bliss really love? Is something deeper than love. For love, you need two persons. Person who gives, person who receives. For bliss, you don't need to have two persons. Just you will be radiating. If somebody is there, you will express it towards them. If there is nobody, you will be just radiating. The bliss is such. It doesn't need two persons. For love, you always need two persons. If the other person is not there, you will not be able to love. That is why with love, always there is a need for other person exists. The moment you start loving, you start becoming possessive. You need the other person to love. Possessiveness is byproduct of love. With bliss, you just radiate. You don't possess. Bliss, you don't need two persons. Thank you. I pray to the ultimate energy, the divine. Let it make us all understand this ultimate silence and give us the experience of eternal bliss, Nithyananda.